Okay, I don't know if you can hear me because it's so freaking loud, but if you are walking the Golden Gate Bridge, you are freaking doing it all wrong. I don't mean to be a buzzkill, and if this is on your vacation list and you really want to do it, I guess you can. But there are so many other opportunities to take in this glorious structure. And really, it is a glorious structure spanning the Golden Gate. But there are other view spots, other places to take loved ones and family that I think will give you a much better view of this bridge, and you won't have to deal with the construction, the cyclists, the people, and the frickin' traffic behind me. So the question deserves to be answered. Have I ever walked across the Golden Gate Bridge? And the answer to that is yes, actually I have. My grandmother, it was her 80th or 85th birthday, and she said she wanted to walk across the Golden Gate Bridge. And I said, well, Grandma, why? She said, well, on the day that it opened, I walked across that bridge and I want to do it again. So right behind me is China Beach, and as you can see, it's pretty deserted. Now, it is December on a beautiful freaking crisp day, but it is nowhere near as kind of touristed as the bridge is, or even around the corner there, Baker Beach, which is a much more popular beach. So many people who come to San Francisco miss spots like this, like China Beach. And as someone who has grown up in and around San Francisco, a lot of these spots have meaning to me. And I really want people like you to not necessarily default to walking across the bridge or Pier 39. And San Francisco can be super crowded in the touristy places. And it takes a little bit of effort, just a little bit, to get away from those places and find the magic. And I think that China Beach is one of these magical places. It has been in my life for so long, from going with my family when I was just a young kid, to hanging out with my friends and maybe drinking a few beers and trying to meet a few girls. Through the years, this particular beach, this particular place, it's magical. With the Marin Headlands right over my shoulder, the Golden Gate Bridge right over there, and looking out across the Pacific, you get so much at this one particular place. I really encourage you to come check it out. A little bit of a pro tip: when you come to China Beach, because you are going to come to China Beach, you want to drive around the neighborhood. The neighborhood is Seacliff, and I remember being a little kid and driving through Seacliff and my dad telling me this is where Willie Mays lived and this is where Henry Houdini lived, and it was kind of an enclave for very wealthy San Franciscans other than Nob Hill, and by the looks of it, it still pretty much is. So between China Beach, which is that way, and the bridge, which is that way, is this place here. And this place here is a World War II memorial to those who gave their lives. And I like to pause here for just a moment, because remembering what it's taken to get this country where we are today, I think is important. I know it's important for me. And at a time when we seem to be so divided, taking a moment at a memorial like this just puts things in perspective for me. Okay, I had to get out of the wind and the cold, because this is the Golden Gate and it does get a little bit brisk. I am amongst the barracks and the gun emplacements and the concrete, all placed here during World War II, when there were big, huge guns protecting the Golden Gate for obvious reasons. And for my money, this may be the most fabulous view spot of the bridge. There are trails all around here that you can scramble on that look right over the coast to the water, and you have these just spectacular views of the Golden Gate Bridge. And this is not as less traveled as China Beach. You might have a little bit of a problem finding parking if you don't get here early, but it will be a heck of a lot easier than finding parking at Vista Point on either the south or the north end of the bridge if you were thinking about walking across that bridge. And here you're among the cypress and the hikers, and it's just really a wonderfully peaceful area, and it's not difficult at all to get to. The hiking is completely accessible, and it's a really family-friendly place. Just make sure that you're careful when you're scrambling around because, you know, there's some treacherous spots. The third and final place I wanted to share with you guys was the Kavala Point area. Okay, this is on the north end of the bridge, below the bridge. The sun is going down right now, so I can't shoot towards the bridge, but it's right there. And we are right on the bay, and the weather, whereas before I was up in the wind, here we're sheltered behind a ridge, and it's really quite pleasant. There is a Coast Guard station right over there. Boats come in and out. Cavallo Point has a dining room, which is fabulous, but you're going to need reservations if you want to go there. And if you have little kids, right over there is a place called the Discovery Museum, where we used to take our kids when they were very little. And it's just a great place for little ones to explore and have a good time. You can come here, and there's almost always going to be parking. There's a lot of green space. When the weather is nice, it's an absolutely fabulous place to be. And right over there, I'm pretty sure it's open to the public, is the Yacht Club. And the Yacht Club is not what you think it is, okay? It's kind of funky and cool, and my wife and I go to dance parties there from time to time. Well, I am losing the sun like as we speak. So if you come to San Francisco, if you're going to go to the Golden Gate Bridge, yeah, you can walk across the bridge. That's something that people do. But I would encourage you to look outside of that particular box, maybe explore one of these areas I shared with you today, or maybe find an area yourself. There are so many beautiful areas here where you can get off the beaten track and actually find some solitude, and I really encourage you to do that.